have another movement of the day post for you. Your mod for today is the all-in-one, all stages glute bridge reach. I know it's always a mouthful, but let me explain. It's all-in-one because it will activate and stretch out, mobilize head to toe, and all stages because there are progressions that are fit for everybody and all levels. So let me first demonstrate the first variation, which you can first of all do straight out of bed in the morning. If you want to do it in bed, you just need to scooch down to the bottom of the bed because we do have a reach component, so give yourself room. Otherwise, you just do it on the floor. And everything that we cover on this first variation are the same components that remain beneficial in the variation number 2 and 3. So the first variation that you could do straight out of bed is to lay back with your knees up. Your elbows could rest comfortably at the side. Your feet width is also what's comfortable for you. From here, we're going to push the pelvis up into a glute bridge. And the first important component is you're getting glute activation all the way through from the hamstrings up to your glutes and getting a hip flexor stretch. So this extension here through the hips is what's important to keep in mind. So dig the heels through the floor to keep them fixed and engaged so that as you reach one arm across and above you to tap down, you're fixed here while you're getting a thoracic rotation as well as a nice stretch all the way through the side of the lats. So you can alternate that. And the more you push through the pelvis, the more of a glute engagement, glute activation that you will get. So that's number one, and those are the components that we really need to keep in mind. Your glute activation, your hip flexor stretch, your rotation through the thoracic spine, and the extension and stretch through the lats. So variation number 2, which you could use for a warm-up or a finisher, we're going to put our hands behind us seated, and in this position, get up to glute bridge. Play with the width of your feet for what's comfortable for you. Just keep in mind the general rule is that your toes and your knees face the same direction. Okay? So from here, if we are going to plant our left hand down and bridge up, it would be a reach through and above as before. And you can either stay here on the same side before you switch or alternate. One little variation on this one, if you want to focus more on the glute activation and extension, is to reach back, and you will feel a further deeper extension on that side you're reaching back. Okay, so then the third variation is if you want to incorporate this as a glute activation exercise into your workout, you could use a kettlebell, dumbbell, some sort of weight, and do the same position as variation 2, but as you go up, we're going to also press the weights up, and as you bring it down, you can reach down and touch down. Squeeze and extend up, bring it around, press. This is a really good, fun exercise that hits a lot of things at once. Alright, so those are your 3 variations of your all-in-one, all stages glute bridge reach. And this is Jen signing off, reminding you to start where you are, do what you can, use what you have, and move something.